All right, everyone, I'm joined by Matt Brown. He's fighting Miguel Baeza on March 28th right here in Columbus. And Matt, you actually have a gym in Lewis Center right outside of Columbus. So how important is it for you to fight in your home state?
Well, as soon as they told me that there's going to be a UFC in Columbus, I called the UFC right away. I said, you got to get me on that. Part of having a gym is trying to inspire the next generation, inspire the kids. So you got to go do it, right?
Matt, the Immortal Brown!
Speaking of having that gym in Ohio, how much have you seen MMA grow in Ohio from when you first started all those years ago?
Wow. I mean, it's a completely different world now.
Yeah.
Even more so than just the growth in terms of volume is the level and the preparation's better. The people were training more intelligently, working together better. As a community, we're coming together and really increasing the level here in Ohio.
Specifically where you're from, Jamestown. I know, football is, associated with Ohio, but MMA, what was that scene like in Jamestown? And tell me a little bit about your hometown.
There was no scene in Jamestown. I got out of Jamestown. I just grew up there. Yeah, back in the day, I mean, it was the Wild West before the athletic commissions came in, and it was a crazy scene back then. Sometimes, I mean, we would fight on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There wouldn't be no doctors around, all kinds of different stories that I got on that. But now it's much more, again, it's professional. We've raised the level, raised the bar, raised the standard, and we're going to do some great things out of Ohio.
You've been the standard for a long time, 12 years in the UFC, long time before that. Miguel, this is his second fight in the UFC. What's it like going against someone that's so brand new to this experience as opposed to yourself who's been doing it a long time?
It doesn't matter who's standing across the octagon from me. The fight's about me, and if I can beat myself and my own demons, my own issues, I go in there, I can beat any man in the world.
Speaking of yourself, you tore your ACL back in 2018, so just 2 years ago. What was that experience like? What did you learn about yourself?
People act like it's harder than it actually is. I mean, I'm not lazy. I work hard every day. I'm willing to persevere through the hardest things. So I just worked my tail off every day and was ready to go. Took my time, was patient, but stayed on that grind, man.
Matt, the Immortal Brown!
Your last fight, December 2019, got the win. What motivates you to keep doing this? Like I mentioned, this is your 12th year in the UFC.
There's a lot of different motivations, but first I'm disciplined more than motivated. That's number one key. But I have kids now. I got kids I teach, kids I train. That next generation, that's what the inspiration is. That's what makes it a fulfilling process for me, and that's what really brings some meaning to what I do.
I saw in an interview that you said your why changed once you had kids. You just mentioned them. Why did it change? What is your why now when it comes to your kids?
Again, it's all about the inspiration. I want to let them see. I grew up in a situation where I was in a bubble and never thought that you were going to get out of this bubble, and it turned me towards a negative path. I want to show the next generation, show my kids, inspire them, show, look, the world is yours. The sky's the limit. Do what you want to do. You can go out and do amazing things. It's all within yourself to do it.
What are you most looking forward to with this fight coming up in March?
I look forward to just taking him into the deepest of waters and just, really putting on a show for everyone. And even more than deep waters, I'm going to take him into the abyss. We're going all the way with this one. I'm not going to let him have an easy out. I'm going to, push all the way to the threshold. And, one of us is going to quit, and that's not going to be me.
That tracks for the rest of your career. Thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate your time. Good luck on March 28th.
Thank you.
Matt Brown, everyone.